Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be performing an oil change on a 2015 Toyota Tacoma with the V6 engine. Removing the top engine cover is not necessary, but I'm going to remove it just so I can have a little bit more space to work with. You're going to undo the oil cap on top, go underneath the truck, and you're going to find a 14mm bolt for the oil pan. You're going to loosen that, catch all the oil. When the oil is finished draining, you're going to replace the drain bolt gasket and torque the bolt to 30 foot-pounds or 40 Newton meters. Then we're going to come up on top. I put a bottle right underneath the oil filter right here to catch any oil. Surprisingly, this was not as much oil as I had thought was going to come down. Next, you want to clean off all the mating surface and get it nice and clean, nice and shiny. When I install the oil filter, I grab a thin coat of oil around the ring for the new oil filter gasket. If you have the original Toyota oil filter, they come pre-lubed, but adding some oil is always beneficial. It's never going to hurt it. Then you're always going to want to tighten this down by hand, never really over torque this. I'm using 6 quarts of 530 Valvoline full synthetic engine oil. Once I use 1 quart here, I'm going to cut the bottom side of it as a funnel in case you don't have a funnel. It's a simple way to make yourself your own. Then I'm just going to pour in the rest of the 5 quarts into the engine. Now with the engine topped off in oil, you're going to want to check the oil level with the dipstick. You're going to want to let the engine run for about 10 to 15 seconds, shut it off, and recheck again just to make sure it's at the full mark and top off as needed. Now to reset the oil light, you're going to want to set the trip to A with the ignition off. Then hold the trip button, turn on the ignition, and you're going to see these dashes go down as a countdown, followed by flashing zeros, and then you're all done. Now at this point, once it's completely reset, you can turn on the car, check to see if the maintenance light did in fact turn off, and let it run for your 10 to 15 seconds. Then you can come back and do your final oil checks. So if you learned something, if I helped you save some money, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. And do remember, all the parts, tools that I used are going to be linked down in the description below.